What's going on, family? Thank y'all for joining me on another episode of Abandoned Voices. Today I have the pleasure of talking to Dana.
Yes, honey, the queen, honey. Queenhollywoodsouth, honey.
Queenhollywoodsouth,
Yes.
Dana. And today we're talking about enlighten me.
Well, today we're talking about a lot of stuff, honey.
Actually, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, honey. Well, you know I'm a lot, honey, so that's a lot of stuff. But today we're talking about mostly my movie hair school.
Movie hair school,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
I knew what it was, I just didn't know the correct title of it.
Yeah, I know, I understand that. It's a lot could go into that title, but
Exactly.
it's definitely my movie hair school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, 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 really cool. I think I started it first. I've been in the industry for almost 20 years.
Like in the movie industry?
In the movie industry, doing hair in the movie industry for almost 20 years. And I started when there wasn't anybody in it in New Orleans. The big movies had just started rolling through, and the first one was, you remember Ray?
Yeah.
The movie Ray? Well, that was my
course.
first movie.
Of course.
And I did hair on that movie.
Oh, so you did the hair on the movie?
I did some of the hair, not all the hair, but that was my first movie that I started on. And from then, I just kind of, kept growing, so, almost 20 years later, here I am.
There you go.
Yes, with a guild, with a nomination, honey, to the Guild Awards. So I'm so proud of that.
Hold up, repeat that.
I just want everybody to let y'all know, honey, that would be going to the Guild Awards, my love. And I would be hopefully accepting the award, child. So I hope so. It's been a long time, and I love to see people from New Orleans get their recognition, because so many people from out of town don't like to give us our recognition.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't like to give it to us. They want our culture, they want our soul, they want our food, they want our spirit, but they definitely don't want to give us any recognition for it after they take it.
You know how it go.
You know how that go, child.
If we don't speak up, you'll never know where it came from.
Exactly.
Watch all the movies and the dance moves, and a lot goes on, and all that was created right here in
the
New Orleans.
NO, baby. Right here
People
in the
getting
NO. People getting rich off of us, getting rich off our artists. You're looking at a lot of movies, and you'll see a lot of our local artists. Their artistry is in the show, and they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even get a check for it. So it's kind of crazy. It's a little crazy.
So when you do the hair for the ladies on the show, it's like a certain hairstyle that the movie wants, or you just pick your own hairstyle?
Yeah, so it happens that, of course they give you a script, and the director usually has in the script how they want the lady's hair or the look or whatever, and you just kind of go along with that, and exaggerate on it. So if they're telling me, it's old, white woman of the 1920s, who's running through the forest, something like that, and then that's the look I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a 1920s look, and according to the director, I'm gonna say, okay, how tattered do you want her? How bad do you want her to look? So that's the kind of character styling that I go into.
That's awesome. That's
it's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
That's more than kind of cool. That's awesome. What a job.
Well, that's what I teach, So
I saw you online. You had a class. You teach. I saw your class before.
Yeah, my class was fully booked, and we almost fully booked for our February class. So, and we have our vintage class coming out. So, it's really, really cool.
What you mean by like vintage class?
So, vintage class is, on movie sets.
I'm a little slow.
No, it's all good. Look, it ain't for everybody to know, honey. But, on movies, how you have maybe like something set in the 1800s, 1920, 1960s,
right.
Stuff like that. So I teach students how to do those vintage hairstyles. So that's what I teach. And then we teach them special effects. So we teach them all the blood wounds and,
I saw on one of your channels you had somebody on your page.
They did a blood wound. Yeah. We do, big lashes in the head, and stuff like that, bald caps. So,
see, I got the wrong image in my head. So when you're doing hair, you're not just doing pretty hairstyle.
Oh, no.
You're doing some of everything.
Oh, we do everything. A movie hairstylist is different from, salon hairstyle.
I told you I'm slow.
Yeah, we do everything. And I tell my students, a lot of times, you know, what you learn in salon is not even going to help when you go into the movie set.
See, that's good to know. See, that's what I automatically assume when you say doing hair for movies. I'm thinking just, you know.
That's what people already automatically assume. It's like, nah, if you see any kind of hair on any of our characters, like, we're the ones doing that.
Oh, so when they be saying hair and makeup, you hair.
But I'm hair.
Wow.
I'm the hair department, exactly. So that could go anywhere from making somebody look like a crackhead, you know, to making somebody look like Queen Elizabeth, honey. You know, it goes that far into, you know, into creating characters. So we're not really styling hair, we're like creating characters.
So you do men hair as well?
Yeah, we do men too. We do men too. My last guy that I did was for the butler, Lenny Kravitz, and I did his look. So
you did Lenny, huh?
I did. And so Lenny has a lot. He has a huge afro, as people know. So I had to take his hair and braid it all the way down. And that look that he has is actually a wig.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's not his hair.
You did a good job on that.
Thank you. It's actually a wig. So so that's what he did for the butler. And you know, you have to age people and make them older. So I mean, it ain't like Lenny's gonna let me dye his hair gray. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you braid his hair up, hide his hair, then
we put a wig on. And then we make it look however Lee Daniels needed to look. And so that's what we do for a living.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so now it's been such a struggle, you know, like you said, you know, our voices always have to be heard, but you have to speak up, you know, and, you know, actually I think that I was the first black department head in Louisiana. You know, or in New Orleans, actually. You know, when I got into the union, the hair and makeup union almost 20 years ago, it was comprised of all 100% old white women. Like some of them who are still there, child, rolling around in their little walkers.
Right.
Still there. And when we came in on Ray, the reason why they had to call us out of the salons is because the white women couldn't do the black women's hair on the movie Ray.
Just like today.
Just like today. So they called us all. They called a bunch of us in, and you know, we started doing the hair for Ray.
So Ray was your first big break, like
that was my first big break. That was my first big break, and it was.
So I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh, no.
Who hair you did in Ray?
It wasn't. So when you go on big movies like that, especially when you first start, you are called in to do a cattle call.
Oh,
so all of the dancers, the band members, you know, all of the people in the background, you're going to be there with about 25 other stylists doing all those people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just don't start at the top, honey.
Oh, I get it. I get it. It help you enough. You're doing Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, I mean, but that was 20 years later. That was almost 16 years later, you know. So Ray was like, oh my God, I was in my 20s when Ray came out, you know.
Yeah, Ray was.
Ray was a long time ago.
Like
yeah, it was like before Katrina.
It was.
Yes.
Well,
way before Katrina. Yes.
It seemed like every time. It seemed like. Not about 5 years ago.
No, Lord. No.
Right, it was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long
time
time
I'm thinking
ago.
about it.
Yeah.
So for your class, so you teaching other students? You plan on like so you still doing movies, or you just gonna do full-time teaching now?
Well, what I do is a mixture of two. You know, I have my students. You know, so my students, I teach them how to become movie hairstylists, but my main goal is to accompany them and help them to transfer from salon to movie set. So what they do is they come to my class, and after they finish the whole curriculum, then they qualify for an internship on one of my movie sets. And then if the internship goes well, then they go on my team. So anytime we get a movie called, me and my team, we go out and we do the movie. So that's how that happens. So I'm kind of like in between both.
So I'm riding around with somebody big time.
Look, oh please. My main goal is just to give locals what LA and New York has been having for years.
Exactly.
You know, you know, my students are superb, honey, and my students can out style and out special effect any any hairstylist out of LA and New York right now as we speak. But they don't get the opportunity because all the hookups are already in LA, in New York. So by the time it filters down to New Orleans, my students and locals are getting like the little odds and ends of it.
Whatever left.
Whatever left.
Whatever other people pass up.
Exactly. Right? And then at the end of the day, the worst thing about it is that we could do this better than you can. You're here because of your friend. We're here just because of our talent, because we have nothing else.
Yep, that is in them places.
That's how it is.
They call it what, networking.
Networking. It's all about the networking.
You can help me, I can help you.
That's how it is.
You can't help me, I can't help you.
Hey, no matter how talented the other person is, it doesn't even matter. That I have learned. But I do want my students to realize that, you know, God is on your side. You know, and he sees all, honey. So when you put everything that you have to put into what he needs you to do in life, then you're gonna win even in the midst of darkness. Because I've had so much adversary on my side. You know, so many people telling me, you can't do this. You just from, you know, New Orleans, or you a little black girl. You don't know nothing. You know, but you from the, oh my God, what? I had one actress damn near call me a mammy.
Wow.
Oh, you don't even know the doors that we had to break down in New Orleans. When I first started in the movie industry, let me tell you how it would go. We would go into the hair and makeup trailer. I would be on the hair side with my assistant, and then there would be the makeup side. The actress from LA and New York would come in. They'll go speak to the makeup artist. Oh my God, hi. Oh, my skin needs this, and you're so cute. And now they would stay down on the makeup side and turn their head and look down onto the hair side. Look at us, turn their heads back, and walk right back out the trailer. Go down to the PA and say, where is my hair people? The PA will walk them right back into the trailer and say, here they go. And so I would get this every time. Do you know how to brown brush? Like, do you know how? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, yes, ma'am. I try to do what I can for you, okay?
It sounds like you could be an actor.
So when they finally sit in our chair and they realize how good we are, and they realize how professional that we are, then all of a sudden they humbled and they love us to death. Right. But by that time I'm over you. So all I want to do is do your hair, and you can leave me the hell alone.
The love is not genuine.
The love is not genuine.
Right. The love is
You're just surprised.
Right.
Okay? I just got underestimated. That's all this was.
Now you realize I'm good at it, and now you love me.
And now you love me.
But if I couldn't do it the way you thought I could do it,
I would have been out the door.
Right.
But I'm young. At the time, my assistant and I, we were only in our mid-20s. So I'm like 26 years old. You know, I'm a young black woman with a big old afro and even a bigger mouth.
Oh, she was scared of you.
Oh, she wasn't even having it.
Thought she was a panther.
That's exactly what they would think of me. And then just for being from New Orleans, they not knowing about our culture, they not knowing anything about us, and just always going with the stereotypes of who we are, even made her most surprised of what I can do and who I am. So, and we've been battling that for the last 16 years.
So I guess you're going to be the one to change that culture,
and I will be the one to change that culture. So if I have to be the one who steps away from movie making, and I have to teach, you know, my peers and, you know, my locals on what I have learned, and that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. So y'all come on in to TFH Academy.
Say it again.
TFH Academy, honey. Television Film Hair Academy.
THF Academy?
TFH. Television Film Hair Academy.
There you go.
Yes. And you come to me, and I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know, and I'm going to train you until you are a beast on that set, and you're going to be knocking down them doors too.
And they better hurry up because the class.
They better hurry up, honey, because these classes are full. The January class is full.
I saw that.
I only have 4 spots left for my February class, and then we're going to be starting our vintage classes. So that's when you're going to come in, and you're really going to get that in-depth education on vintage hairstyling.
So what type of qualifications somebody have to do the hair?
They just have to be a licensed hairstylist.
Oh, like a regular licensed hairstylist?
Yeah, regular licensed hair. I mean, shit, I was a regular licensed hairstylist, honey. I came out a picture of me rolling. Let me say that again, honey. I came out a picture of me rolling. Right on Crowder. You better know it.
Oh, this on Crowder.
Yes, yeah, it's back in it's in the east.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you know picture me rolling with Dorian.
I got my first tattoo there.
Shut up, who you went to? You went to Rick?
I don't remember his name.
Oh, you probably went to Viper.
Viper's his name.
That's my boy. That's my boy. That's where I got my tattoos from. That's crazy. You was young. 17. You was a baby.
I was 17.
Yes, you were, honey. You came into picture me rolling, honey. You probably saw me up in there. You just didn't know.
I was 17.
That's so cool.
Sure was his name, Viper.
That was Viper and Sissy, absolutely. So that's my stomping ground. You know, so I tell anybody, you know, don't ever look at the humble beginnings at which you come from, honey. You know, Jesus was born in the pasture, child. So you have got to just believe in yourself and don't let none of these fools outside of New Orleans or Louisiana come in here thinking that they're better than you just because they talk faster. That's some crap.
Yep.
Stevenson's Academy, Molars, you know, from back in the day. I don't know if you know Molars. Molars was a big hair school from back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that. It's still around right now.
No, it's not around anymore. No, we have
Stevenson's in the West Bank.
Yeah, Stevenson's Academy. That's where I graduated from.
All right.
You know, so I am born and bred New Orleans. So if I can do it, you know, I just feel like anybody can do it. 19, having my baby. You know, my baby daddy sucked. You know, so, you know what I mean? A typical, you know, baby mama scenario, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you come from humble beginnings, but you work and you strive and you fight until you keep getting what you want, where you want to be in life. And you're going to take some heavy hits. But shit, if it didn't knock you down and put you in the grave, honey, you're going to have to get back up and keep going.
See, if it don't kill you, I want to make you stronger.
Make you stronger, boo. Make you knock down them doors even harder.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been a blessing. It really has. But you know, it has definitely put me on my path. I didn't know when I was in my 20s that I would be fighting for this. You know, in my 40s. I just thought in my 20s, you know, I was just gonna go do some, you know, hair that made me more money to where I didn't have to ask or be at, you know, the beck and call of a man or anybody else, you know.
So how you actually like got into it? Like, you did. You say they came, got you guys.
But let me tell you though.
They couldn't do the hair.
Let me tell you. Now, picture this. After I did that. And after they saw that the white women was saying, you know, I'm getting ready to get into the union, but that's when they started trying to stop me. On my next movie that I did, the women in the union actually started coming to my job trying to get me fired, saying that I didn't have a union card and I wasn't in the union and I'm illegal, and they did not want me on that movie sets because they felt the threat. And so that is for that week, the union representative flew down from New York and gave me my union card in my hand personally and said, nobody's ever going to be able to mess with you again.
Wow.
And that was it. It's like sometimes God just threw these little blessings in there, you know what I mean? Because I didn't ever ask. Your union card comes in the mail. Nobody's ever going to come and just like, I got mine personally. Delivered, honey. Delivered. Like, here you go, boo. Ain't nobody going to mess with you no more. And that's when I knew, okay, I'm on to something.
Right.
The next movie that I did, it was after Katrina. We had lost everything. We went to Baton Rouge, and my producer called me and said, I have a show in Shreveport. And I need you to come to Shreveport, but you're not going to be the department head, you're going to be the key. Well, that pissed me off because, you know, I like to be the boss. Now, guess what? I ain't never been a boss before, but I wanted to be the boss, okay?
You don't mean that.
I could care less, okay? I know what I want.
Exactly.
So we got there, and I got the department head. And I mean, she was the department head, and I had my friend with me, and he was, you know, the assistant. And how about we worked so well that we worked rings around her, and we worked her right out of her freaking job.
The department head?
The department head. So the next movie right after that, Raven Simone was coming in town and she was doing a movie and she requested a black department head to do her hair. She
Raven want somebody black?
Raven Simone back in the day, honey. You know, back in the day, honey. You know, because the new Raven ain't that child. But the old Raven from back in the day, honey, she requested a black hairstylist. And so that's when he called me. He was like, I need you to come and department head this movie.
Right, so you went from a key.
I went from a key to the department head. And that producer, I spent every single movie with for the next 10 years.
Wow. I was
a department head. And from then on, I had my own crew. I had my own, department people. And that's how I ran my department. And that's how I started developing the name Queenhollywoodsouth.
Queenhollywoodsouth.
Because I was the only black department head. I was it. So if you was a black woman, you probably would have to come through me to start getting your days in the union, because they wasn't going to help you.
Exactly.
And so that's how I end up starting my own school.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Then you give it back to the black community.
And that was my biggest thing.
Everything you went through, you understand the struggles.
Yes, I understand the struggles of my sisters and my brothers. I understand it and I get it and I have sympathy for it.
Do they have male? Dumb question. Do they have male?
They have male department heads. Yeah, they have male hairstylists. There aren't any male barber stylists. So I also have a class that's geared toward my barber stylists that teach them how to be barber hairstylists.
Oh, right. So a barber with a license can come do the same thing?
Yes. So my assistant that I have right with me is a barber movie stylist. So King Taron, peace. King Taron, he does just about everything that I do, except he's a master barber. So I don't barber like he does,
so
he does all the barbering, but he also knows how to lay fake beards. He knows how to lay fake mustaches. He knows how to lay fake sideburns. He knows how to do continuity. He knows how to break down a script. He knows how to be a department head. Wow. He knows how to do special effects, and he also knows how to develop wigs. That is a barber. Yeah.
Sound like more than a barber to me.
Who you telling?
It's not your average barber.
Who you telling? Who you telling, honey?
His haircuts cost more than $20.
Okay, exactly. And so, I'm just trying to make these men and women ready for war. I want them, if they have to go out to LA, if they have to go out to New York, I want them to be able to hold their own and be able to hold their own well. And so that's what I teach at my school. It's a drill and it's hard and it's no joke. But when you come out of there, you're going to be a beast with it. You're going to be ready to conquer the world, honey. Absolutely.
So what about this nomination?
Ting. I have a nomination. I'm actually getting nominated for the Guild Awards. So in a hair department for Mudbound. So I'm so excited about that because that was a hard movie that we did. I mean,
and what movie was Mudbound?
Mudbound.
I know so that.
Mudbound.
I don't watch too much TV.
It went to Netflix.
Unless somebody tell me to go watch it, then I'll go watch it.
That's how this movie is, because it was an independent film, very small, and it just happened to be fabulous. And now we're all getting awards.
It's on Mudbound. I mean, it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
And you did the hair?
Yeah, I did the hair.
I'm gonna go watch it.
You better go watch it. You better go watch it now. Yes, honey. Yes.
Question: is it rated R?
It's not rated R.
Right.
It's
any movie I put on, my daughters they watch with me.
Well, it's a slave movie. It is kind of rough, when it comes to that part. But no cursing, no, nothing like that in it. Nothing like that. It's co-starring Mary J. Blige. You know, so.
Oh, you know what? I did see it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I'll be on Netflix. I did see.
That's
with Mary J. Blige.
That's it. That was it. That was it.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it. You saw it coming through.
Yeah. Exactly. That was it. Right. That's the one that we got, you know, a nomination for, and it's crazy because, you know, I was talking to my department head, you know, Lawrence, and we were both saying, like, you know, it was a small movie with an even smaller budget, you know, and we were like, oh my God, like I haven't done this kind of budget in a long time, but we believed in it, and the director was a black woman. And so I definitely want to, you know, come in and contribute whatever we could, you know, to help her cause too.
So when the war show is gonna be when to take place?
I have to leave March 20. No, I'm lying. I have to leave February 24th, and then it actually films March 4th. So that's when it starts. So that's where I'm gonna be, all up in it.
And that's in California somewhere?
It's gonna be in LA. It's gonna be in California.
Stumbling with the stores, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not a big fan of going to LA. So I mean, I'm literally just going to like represent for New Orleans. I just want to represent for us, because we deserve the hell out of this.
So that award show coming on TV?
Yeah, it's gonna be on TV. I don't know when though.
So you mean tell me I get to watch the award show and root for somebody?
Yeah! Root for your girl. Root for your girl. I just really want to bring this award back for our locals, because we fight so hard for our little accomplishments, you know, and they're rarely ever showcased.
They're actually doing movies all around the city.
Oh yeah, this is all day, every day. Oh yeah, all day, every day. Yep. And I just want my students to be the ones doing the hair on these films. It's their city, and they should be doing the hair on it. And that's what they are getting trained to do. I want them trained so well that you're not going to be able to turn them down, just like me. You might not like me, honey, but you're going to respect the hell out of my work ethic and my skill.
You gotta like me, as long as you respect me.
That's all I care about. That's all I care about. As long as you respect it, I'm good. And I expect the same with my students. Respect them, because they will be working very hard to get trained to be better than you. I just want you to know.
I like the attitude. I mean, you can't outdo that.
Yeah, I mean, what you gonna do? You know, what you gonna do? But they actually put in that work to do it, though. They put in that work. You know, they'll tell you, anybody who comes to my class, especially the studying classes, like the in-depth vintage classes and the special effects classes, my classes are for 8 hours. You literally stand up the whole time doing hair that whole 8 hours.
How long there? Like a month, week?
1 day.
Oh, just 1 day
but
class?
Trust me, that 1 day class is all you're going to need.
She said 1 day.
Baby, that's all you're going to need. Now, it's a series of classes, you know, but each class is one day long.
1 day.
Yeah, but I get you ready for that feeling. So just how we have to stand up all day for like 16 hours. Sometimes we can't run to the bathroom.
That is good training. Because
it's good training, right?
When you do hair, you're not sitting down doing hair, so you might as well stand up the whole...
And now movie sets is more active than that. And when you're in salon, you just standing right here doing hair all day. When you're on movie sets, you have a set bag full of crap. You going up and down mountains, hills, mudslides, like all kind of stuff, you know, trying to get to your actor, you know. So our life is totally different. I could spend a whole day in that cemetery. Matter of fact, we have shot in that cemetery all day long. I did that cemetery in Ravenswood in a Disney movie. And so sometimes we'll be there all day long, and it could be 20 degrees outside.
Wow.
And you doing hair up in that. So the activity is way different than sitting behind a chair or standing behind a chair. So I try to get them in that environment to get them acclimated to what's going to be going on in their little lives. Because it ain't going to be easy anymore.
I actually did a small little cameo in the movie.
What you did, boo?
Nothing big. Little background.
What little movie?
Up in CTC.
Okay. Oh shit. So what you did?
A little small. It ain't about me.
Yeah. I hear you.
A small little extra scene.
Oh, no wrong with that.
I don't want to talk about it too much, because I want to make my big movie date.
I hear you, baby. I hear you, baby. Keep that under wraps. Keep that under wraps.
But
I understand.
I'm gonna go out again.
Yeah,
it wasn't a major. This is a small little background I did. So I kind of got the insights of seeing how the hair and makeup go for the first time. And I did a little extra scene with the guy name is the one play Tupac.
The one that looked just like Tupac. I forgot his name, but yeah. He
actually him and some other guys stars in the movie.
Okay.
So I got a small little spot. You know, y'all might see me.
That movie just finished filming, right?
Yeah.
You know, one of my good friends did the makeup for that movie.
She's
her name is Ladidra.
No, I saw the hair lady.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who the hair people were on
the makeup people's in the trailer, so I really didn't see them too much.
Oh, okay,
but the hair was like
coming out.
Close to me. So what all the extras and stand-ins was.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
So I got to see the hair being done.
Yeah, my friend Ladidra did all the makeup on it, but I don't know. I don't know if you even would have seen her. Like you said, she probably was in the trailer.
Yeah, because near the trailer where all the girls was going in.
Yeah.
All the ladies was going in getting their hair and makeup done. They did the hair by me. But
the makeup went through the trailer.
So I got a small little vision of it. Nothing major. Just small vision.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm excited though. You know, I'm the only educator, movie hair educator, you know, in the southern region. So, you know, I'm just proud of that. You know, I'm proud that I'm from New Orleans. I'm proud that, you know, I'm black. And I'm proud that I am the first, you know, black, you know, movie hairstyles department head of New Orleans. You know, I take a lot of pride in that because that wasn't easy to come by. And I just want my students to continue in my legacy.
That's kind of like a your own lane.
It is my own lane. It so definitely
there's no competition.
There's
as of
no
yet.
competition.
Then most likely you could probably train the competition, so it won't be competition. It'll be freely, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I tell my students, you know, I train them to be better than I am. I need y'all to pass me up 10 times. Like, all I did was lay the foundation, honey. I need them to continue to build. You know, I need them to continue to build. We have some beautiful, strong women. I mean, the women that were in my class, you know, last week, oh my God. They were just so talented and just so beautiful. And I tell them and I teach them, do not let anybody dim your light on set. They will be the ones who are going to be very jealous of your light. And when you do that, you just dial that tone up way higher, honey, and let that light shine even more so, child, because, you know, they're going to just have to put on their sunglasses and get over themselves.
The hater blockers.
They're going to have to, honey. Put on your little hater blockers, my babies. That's all you can do, because my queens will be coming through. And my kings. So they're just going to have to get ready. They're just going to have to get ready. What school is that? What school is this?
Like I say, Cypress Academy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think that's what it said.
Well, yeah, so that was school. Okay, well, that's the new schools.
I know what school is not.
Exactly.
It's not. Say it again for the record.
TFHA Academy, honey. Yes, not television, film, hair academy.
If anybody want to contact you and you know, to get a class, so they go to your website.
Yeah, they could go to my website, or they could go to my Facebook page. They could go to my Facebook page, Dana Boisseau, or you could go to my Instagram, Queenhollywoodsouth, or you could even just, you know, look me up. Just Google me. Put in Queenhollywoodsouth.
Google me.
Yes, honey, man. I am Googleable, honey. Yes.
Oh, man.
I have a Wikipedia, sweetie.
So you can just Google me.
You could Google Dana Boisseau or Queenhollywoodsouth, and I come up. My website will come up. And then if you go to my website, my classes and the registration is on the website. So, yeah, but you got to hurry up. Because as soon as I put those classes up, it's like they're gone.
So on the website, they show like the time, the date, the prices, all that good stuff.
Yeah, they have all of that on the website. My next class is February 5th. So if anybody wants to go and Register now. I still have 5 seats available, but they're not going to last long because I didn't even check my email today. So, I'm sorry, guys.
They might be for more classes.
Exactly. I don't know, if that one is available actually, but as far as last night, I have 5 seats available, and like again, I'm telling y'all that we're going to be coming with the vintage classes in March. But if you want just to find out if you even like what we're doing in the movie industry, if you just want to find out, okay, am I going to like doing movie hair, because it's totally different. Or just to find out exactly what it is. My movie intro hair class is the best class to take, because it's going to give you a little bit of each class that's going to be coming to you in the future.
And you teach all the classes yourself?
And I teach I teach some of the classes myself, but I also have people who have been in the industry, my friends for longer than me, 25, 30 years, who will be coming in to teach some of the vintage hair classes. But I teach all of the intro movie hair classes. So like, freshmen. Ain't that cute?
Nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But it's good for somebody when they're new to get somebody like you first.
Exactly. Yeah. You need to come through me first, and then you'll get the very seasoned movie hairstylist. A lot of my friends who will be coming in to teach their specialty on vintage and special effects and stuff like that.
So is there any people, not to discourage nobody, but is there any people who actually come through there and say, it's not for me?
Oh Lord, yeah. Let me tell you something. It's not for everybody. And when you come to that intro movie hair class, you will know if it's for you or not. Right. You gonna know right off the bat. You either gonna say, wait a minute, this is way too much for me. I just thought I was coming in to do some hair. I did not know all this is involved in being on a movie set. Some people are like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a salon stylist. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with anything that you do that is your craft and your skill and that you are passionate about. There is nothing wrong with it. And so there are people who come in and be like, oh, hell no. I gotta be this for how long? Oh no, honey. And I gotta go outside? Oh no, child. I'll go to my salon.
Where it's comfortable.
I'm good.
Yeah, sometimes
so there's nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes to get what you want, you have to do things that's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
That's life.
That's life. But let me tell you, but we need our salon stylists too, because movie hairstylists aren't going to be as versatile in hair coloring and things of that sort as a salon stylist will.
Oh, so have the perks of being
that's what I said. Nobody is right or wrong with any of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I have a client and I'm on a movie set and they talking about, I want a balayage and, whatever kind of hair color they're trying to get, I don't have time for all of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call a sister in the salon. I'm going to call that color specialist and say, look, I have this actor. We need her for this color and we need it perfect. I need you to come hook my girl up. So I need them too. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody. And there's some people in the industry who, have kids already, and they might not want to come out for 16, 17 hours a day. Who want to do that every day, all day? That ain't everybody.
Once you see that paycheck,
once you see that paycheck, you be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
I can reconsider.
It's like, but you do lose a lot of time with your family. Deja, I have a 21-year-old daughter. When I started into industry, Deja was 6 years old. And I had to find ways to work with this, and I didn't want anybody else raising us, so I had to find ways to keep her with me, or times to find by ourselves or anything like that. And some mamas don't want that. Some mamas want to be with their babies all the time, and ain't nothing wrong with that either.
I mean, it's a sacrifice. It's
going to be a sacrifice somewhere, no matter what.
Right, you're going to sacrifice at the beginning, the middle, or the end.
You're going to sacrifice somewhere.
You got to do it somewhere.
You going to do it somewhere, honey. You ain't the Brady Bunch, okay? So you going to do it somewhere. Absolutely. But it's been a blessing. This whole thing has just been a huge blessing for me. And if God is using me to open us doors for other hairstylists, I'm doing it. I'm ready. I mean, they're doing it already. My stylists are already on movie sets. But you know, I want to continue opening those doors and giving these women and men opportunities that sometimes they may not have, you know, if they were here, you know, and other places.
Right. And like I said, there's really no other competition, especially in New Orleans. So you kind of, you are the queen.
I am the queen,
so
honey.
anybody they coming after you.
They coming after me, and I'm always ready for war, child. So that ain't nothing for me, child.
New Orleans, I know how
you know, let me tell you something. And that's what I always tell them. I'm like, you forget, honey, I'm not from the other LA, child. I ain't from the Los Angeles, sweetie. I am from Louisiana, New Orleans, honey. And don't nobody put us down. Can't nobody kill our vibe or kill our spirit, honey. Katrina tried. She couldn't even do it. And that was a strong black woman. Couldn't even come and do it. So you know I ain't gonna let nobody else come in here and do it. And then you know, the vibe and our energy of everybody, you know, that's just not in us. We don't bow down and we don't back down. We just don't do it.
It's definitely good to have somebody that's local, that's, you know, doing this type of stuff. And especially I know you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got bragging rights.
I love it. I love it.
Voices. It probably wasn't our first conversation, but hey.
I know that's right. I know that's
bragging
right.
Rights.
Bragging rights, baby. You just take them bragging rights. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. But I love being able to do this in my own city. Definitely. That's just a huge blessing. Usually people have to go away and, you know, all this kind of
Hollywood,
stuff. How you got to go to Hollywood and New York to make it and all this kind of stuff. But
Atlanta.
Now for a minute they thought I was gonna leave and go to Atlanta, but I'm like,
I know a lot of people who do hair end up in Atlanta.
Yeah, a lot of them. But you know, my destiny was here. You know, I didn't have anything to do with this. I just followed God's plan, and you know, it is what it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
It is what it is.
It's been an honor talking to you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been so much fun.
and thank you for taking time out your busy schedule.
Oh, please.
To squeeze little old me in it.
Oh, you are not little on me, honey.
I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate this. This was so much fun.
And one more time, the class?
It's TFH Academy, Television Film Hair Academy, and it's right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And if you want to register, you could go to www.Queenhollywoodsouth, honey. And it is right there. Just press the button, press your little class, pay for it. You got to pay for it. And I just tell y'all that you have to pay your deposit in order to hold your seat, okay? So just don't register and think that's it. Pay your deposit and so we can hold your seat and you will be good to go. And, you know, come take your education and your skills and your career to that next level.
And you never know how far it could go.
You never know how far you're going to go unless you try, honey.
Yep.
You never know. But I thank you because this was wonderful.
Thank you. And once again, it's been an honor, and I appreciate it. And thank you.
Oh, thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Oh, do we have to get a picture before you?